Previously on Family Guy.
AstroBot won't win because, let's face it, Sony's just jacking themselves off here. Yeah, I know that AstroBot is like the second one. AstroBot!
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to win.
This video was not one I thought I would make this year. Look, I didn't plan on picking up AstroBot anytime soon. The whole time, me and my friends were sat here thinking like, yeah, it's probably good, but is it $60 good? But you folks made me enough cash sitting through the ads on the Balatro vid that I thought, oh, why the hell not? And you guys were loud too.
You are minimizing the work of so many people that worked in creating songs for
16 minutes to say you didn't play AstroBot, best game of the year.
This video already knew it was gonna be as duet or its editing. Hey.
No.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
It's funny, 250 comments and I could barely find anyone defending Metaphor or Wukong or even the Elden Ring DLC. You swore on your left child that AstroBot was the best game of 2024, no contest. So yeah, I picked up AstroBot and my god, I love this game. Listen, it takes a lot to put an opinion out on the internet, and it also takes a lot to admit when you're wrong. I would never put out a video that I didn't fully believe in and be ready to defend. So that being said, here's the tough part. You ready? Balatro is still my game of the year. Hey, hey, remember this? Hey, you remember? You liked that last time. But here's the thing. I'm not mad that AstroBot won. I was salty, but not anymore. In fact, I completely understand and I want to tell you my opinion. Now, why do I love AstroBot as a Balatro defender? I mean, why do I get it now? Because at the end of the day, there's only one fact. AstroBot won Game of the Year 2024. Okay, 2 facts. Metaphor won 2 Game of the Year awards, just saying. Okay, a 3rd fact, I didn't play AstroBot before making the Balatro video. And some of you were saying, Joseph, how can you put out a video about your Game of the Year when you didn't even play all the nominees? And to that I say, who the fuck you think I am? Jeff Bezos? Jeff Epstein? Pitbull? You think I'm Mr. Moneybags over here buying every game on release and grinding them out in my Luigi's mansion while my butler brings me homemade dino nuggies? No. Obviously not. I took an educated guess. I am a camel case G gamer. I've watched a ton of reviews, listened to podcasts, interviews. I've heard it all about how it makes you feel like a kid again, how it's the most breathtaking platformer since Mario Galaxy, how you'll find yourself smiling like you just smelled your mom's home cooking or got a lobotomy. Matter of fact, this might just be my shortest video yet. This game is so good, I barely have anything to say about it truthfully. Like, I barely have any criticism, and on a fundamental level, it has hacked my dopamine receptors or something. I just want to do my due diligence. Over 200 of you beautiful brain cells are here now thanks to the Balatro video. And look, I'm not going to convince you that AstroBot is better than Balatro, but just do yourself a favor, and if you have some Christmas cash laying around and a PS5, just go buy AstroBot. I really don't think you'll regret it. So here's a part of the video you can kind of call a review or an apology if you're looking for it. In the last video, I mentioned sauce. Yeah, remember that? Anyways, I said that sauce is just something that you feel. You can barely put it into words. Bear with me, I don't think AstroBot has sauce, but it has the ingredients for sauce. And that's not a diss, hear me out. I'm not saying it's less than sauce. It's a different essence of sauce. It's like, yeah, a sauce elevates the plate to new levels. But if your ingredients are top-notch, farm-fresh, creme de la creme, well, you'll be sitting there eating a Balkan breakfast, baby. This may be hindsight being 2020, but I get the same feeling playing AstroBot that I get playing Baldur's Gate 3. No, not the RPG mechanics, but it's what the creator of Baldur's Gate 3 said.
It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost. Studio made their game because they wanted to make a game that they wanted to play themselves. They created it because it hadn't been created before. They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or fear being laid off if they didn't meet those targets.
AstroBot just feels like the developers really gave a shit. That they really put all of their hearts and souls into crafting each mechanic, each piece of the environment, each level, each Easter egg, and by God, this game is... Listen, I can't sit here and tell you on a technical level what's right and what's wrong about AstroBot. I'm just like you. I play a game, and I really only know how it makes me feel sometimes. The same feeling that I got from the previous Game of the Year award winner, Baldur's Gate 3, is the feeling I got from AstroBot. The feeling of, oh wow, this game is just full of all the little detail. It's not just a charming toy box graphics, it's not the impeccable sound design on every little thing tapping and sliding on each other. It's not even the noises and sensations that no other game uses a DualSense controller for. On top of all that, it's the little things like when you're being followed by a bird bot and you go underwater, the bird puts on a snorkel. When you shrink yourself down and try to go big in a cramped space, you grow and hit your head. The tension of breaking in and out of a bubble, the physics of everything, even the most mundane object, it's all here. Lesser developers would have just coded around most of that. They would have made the bird stay above water and not cared if it was. They would have blocked you from trying to grow back in a confined space, but AstroBot is just built different to let you do that. When I first played Baldur's Gate 3, I was amazed at how wide the dialogue trees seemed to branch out, how many different approaches there were to combat, and how it gave me the power to truly craft my own adventure with micro decisions that the game said, "Oh, you want to do that? Alright, I got you." And yes, Baldur's Gate 3 is massive compared to AstroBot, or even most games today. But Baldur's Gate 3 had hundreds of developers working on the game for over 5 years, and they even did early access testing. Team Asobi is made up of 60 people. 60 people working at play for 3 years. Think about that. There's like 2 classrooms worth of people maybe in that shit. They've been caring for this favorite little mascot since 2016, and they've been helping Sony showcase their devices like a camera, the VR headset, and now even a DualSense controller. And I'll be honest, when I got my PS5, I booted up the pre-installed Astro's Playroom and thought, this is neat, before feeling like, okay, I get it now, and moving on to God of War. This is different. Team Asobi changed something. I can't put my finger on it, but controlling Astro feels tighter, the spacing of the levels feels more concise so that you're getting a new tiny hit of dopamine, but you're still progressing every other second, and obviously they have a lot more variation of ideas than they've been cooking up. And again, if you treat your developers well and let them make the game they want to make, you'll get a good-ass game. It's not a secret. It keeps getting lost. This is the fundamental of any business. You treat your employees well and you make them happy to show up to work, they'll not only treat their customers better, but they'll be infinitely more energized and productive. So yeah, 60 talented people, smart people, made a game that can stand on the shoulders of legendary platformers like Super Mario Galaxy or fucking Super Mario Odyssey, whatever. As much as Sony had flopped with Concord, I'm glad they took a chance on Team Asobi to make a game that's just good fun. That said, I wish that there was a way to get this game out of the PS5 and into the hands of more players. For better or worse, AstroBot is an exclusive, and I get it. I just wish more people could play it. And there's one more thing I want to say before we conclude. In my Balatro video, I said I was going to give you the reasons that the other contenders didn't deserve to win. In hindsight, that was a bit of a missed opportunity to say that each and every game nominated this year was indeed a slice of the best that this industry had to offer. For as much as developers may have been put through the grinder to make some of these games come out, they still made masterpieces, and I by no means would want to diminish the hard work done by all of these talented and creative people. That said, I think there's one thing that even a masterpiece doesn't do. 10 years ago, I heard a phrase that would change the way I think. I think about it anytime I see a modern work of art, like a movie or a book or anything at all. It goes like this: good artists
copy,
great artists steal. That's a quote from legendary painter Pablo Picasso, or renowned street artist Banksy, or internet idiot me. The gist of the quote is this: after thousands of years of humans expressing themselves and their creativity, there are very few, if any, completely original ideas left. Whether you like it or not, your big creative genius idea for your passion project will inevitably be inspired by stuff you've seen in the past, subconsciously or consciously. The best thing to do in that case is to lean in. Don't be lazy about it. If you borrow from one artist, you're a copycat. If you steal from many, suddenly you're an original and nobody can tell the difference. Yes, you could call AstroBot the newest Mario Galaxy or the Mario Odyssey or whatever, but it steals some of the best things from other games and platformers and mishmashes them with their own original ideas to create something entirely original on its own. This is why AstroBot feels like a culmination of gaming history. I know I called it a PlayStation advertisement, and it still kind of is that, but you get the sense that it's not for the sake of the brand, it's for the sake of nostalgia and all that good stuff. That's why you get a dumb childlike grin that you can't notice until it happens, and why AstroBot ultimately won Game of the Year. Final Fantasy, Metaphor, Wukong, it's all good, but it's all mostly stuff we've seen before. The passion of the devs on AstroBot is on full display here, and they wear their inspiration on their sleeve. There's something here for everyone, for the children, for the grown-ups, for the completionist, and for those just looking for a fun game to devour through the weekend, or a game to pick you up from your worst mood. So while I do have my opinions on Balatro that you should check out if you haven't, I'm no longer surprised to say that AstroBot is indeed 2024's Game of the Year. It's just nice. It's like watching a Pixar movie on your PS5. It's nuts, dude. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Have fun. I don't know. Bye. Anyways, suck it, Sony. Stop making Concord. Go play AstroBot and go play Balatro. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Silly me. Was I wrong? I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked it. Like the video if you did. I don't know. But hey, go follow me on like Blue Sky and stuff. I have like social media. I rarely use it. I hate social media, but sometimes I have thoughts that aren't full videos. I'll talk trash about Mr. Beast one day. Maybe one day I'll post a random video game. I don't know. Point is, if you want to talk on those things, I'm probably there with outside of the video stuff. But anyways, that's me. Gotta go. Bye.